Now let's skip ahead to last week when I introduced the bass drum and the daughter in the mountaintop. So these are stepping forward motions. And so what you're going to be doing is with your left foot, you're going to be turning on the ball of your foot. You're going to be sinking into that right foot just a little bit, and you're going to be stepping forward like that, just a comfortable step. And then the bass drum part was your hands coming up in front of your chest, somewhere where you just feel that engagement of your hands with each other. And then as you come forward, your hands come, and you can see my fingers come right down to the floor. And as I come to the top, they're going right to the ceiling. And you just start to move through that motion. Keep going, and I'm going to show that to you from sideways. I'm probably a little bit behind you. I'll just kind of come, and you can adjust your speed to me until we are at the same pace. So you can see that my motion with my hands doesn't go way far out. It's just a nice, comfortable movement in here. This is a very minimalist kind of approach. It's very, I was going to say compact, but there isn't a sense of compression in it. It's just within its space. You never are moving outside of your space. And we'll call this 8. And one more round. And as you come back, remember I'm always talking about flattening a little bit more awareness in your lower back, so that as your foot comes up, there's less effort when you have that happening, and your hands come down to that resting position. Okay, let's try the same thing on the right side now. So I'm sinking into my left foot. I'm turning out with my right toe, my right heel. My foot comes forward, right in front. I don't know if my camera angle may not show that exactly. And then coming down and forward. And so just moving again, but now with your right foot forward through the 9 forward back of the bass drum. And you'll see that my hands are not like mechanically right in front of each other. You can see that my hands are not exactly opposite. I mean, you can check with your eyes every once in a while to kind of see if they're drifting too much, but what you really want to go more on is the feel of that connection between your hands. And we'll do one more. And stepping back with your lower back flattening and coming to that graceful resting position. So that's the first of the movements that we introduced last week. And then the next one was the daughter in the mountaintop. So this one comes from this starting position of your hands just turning out so that you're fairly extended, not straight, but fairly straightened out, so that your hands are coming through that sort of lower area that we venture into, which is kind of just in front of the pelvis. And just at a comfortable kind of place, you're sinking into your right foot. Your left foot, once again, turns outward on the toe, heel comes forward, and from that position, you start coming forward. So let's all come forward together. And remember that the left hand comes on the inside and back, so that you have these two circles just kind of overlapping or vectoring over each other. As you come up to the top, your fingers are right pointing toward the ceiling, and as you draw down through the heel of your hand, they stay pointing to the ceiling until it feels like they just naturally start to pull down. Fingers to the floor. That's it. And then of course, just remember your back knee goes straight as your weight goes forward on your front leg, then your front knee goes straight as your weight goes over in your back leg. And we'll just do it one more time, coming back and around. And as you come onto that back foot, your hands, which are down right at that beginning position, then just come up as if you're doing a little mini circle, so that once again you can come from above the belt line and come down to your graceful resting position, which is once again just this slight lengthening of your lower back, as if you're looking for that high stool and seating in like that. Good. I'm going to just add the right side for you. So hands turn out and then forward again. And this time the left hand still stays on the inside. So you come up in your circles. It's a little bit different than the platters, where you came forward and around over the leading foot. In this case, because you're not going forward with your hands, you'll see that this circle, I'm just going to turn sideways, you'll see that this circle, as it comes forward, doesn't go any further distance from in front of my chest. So there's no change in the orientation. If you were standing straight, you would have that same kind of position of the hands going just a comfortable distance in front of your chest. And we'll do this one more time, coming forward, and then once more coming back with the flattening of your lower back. Hands come up, around, and in. And you can see I'm doing that together, but you could also first of all step in and then have your hands come up if it feels like you can't quite get the balance or the coordination correct. This is a very forgiving approach. There's lots of things you can do that are going to fit with where you are, and eventually you can start kind of working with what you're capable of, that might eventually, for example, move you towards feeling how this kind of lifting and the foot lifting go together. But if you feel at the beginning that you've got any kind of a strain that isn't quite working with that, start with the lower body. It's much smarter to kind of get the feel that you're flattening and your foot's coming in, and then this will just come naturally after it. So those are the two movements that we did last week, and now I'm going to add in the two that we're going to do new this week.